So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Q&A video. Now, I will say that it is my first time doing one of these videos, and if you guys want me to answer some of your questions, be sure to comment down below, and I will answer your questions in the future when I do a Q&A video. Now, first question is, how do we contact you for business purposes? You guys can find my email anywhere between my Instagram, my YouTube. You can contact me, but I will say that I do receive a lot of emails now or DMs, but please be specific in what it is that you looking for. But if you really want to work with me, then you can send me a message through my website. But if you just wanna email me about anything, just send me an email. My email address is anywhere on my YouTube or my Instagram. Second question, what made you start this whole entire journey in the first place? So I will say that I've always been a driven person. I've always seen myself in a good space or in the future. But main reason I started trying to, making money online or trying to be an entrepreneur was seeing my mother struggle. It all started 4 years or 5 years back. Struggling financially. That was just my main driver to keep on going forward, and till this day it still is my main driver. But other than that, I've always seen my person in higher places. I've always dreamed of being this rich person, and all of that. So yeah, how do you deal with peer pressure, family pressure, and social pressure following the conventional route as a black South African child? um with this one, I don't really, with the family pressure, I don't really feel any type of pressure. Yes, my mom does pressure me, in terms of school, university, and all of those things, but I don't let it get to me. With peer pressure, I honestly just distance myself. I know what I want, in life, and I feel like once you get to a stage where you know what you want in life or your goals, you completely change. Your surroundings change. You don't hang around with the same people anymore. So I mean, you wouldn't really get peer pressured easily. But I mean, if you don't really know what it is that you want to do in the future, or your goals, or you're not goal orientated, you most likely going to be easily peer pressured. But I don't get peer pressured. So yeah. What is your biggest motivation like? Which entrepreneur inspires you the most? What is my biggest motivation? I honestly just feel that, and most of you guys do know this, that motivation is just basically short-term gratification. It's within the moment you feel motivated, you feel excited, and then the next day it's not there. So it's all about discipline. But one person that I look up to is Iman Gaji. I just relate to him in so many ways. His story of his, upbringing with his parents and all of that. I just relate to him, and the type of person that he seems to be online just seems like me in a way. I see me when I see him online. I don't know him personally, so the online version of him, it just seems so much like me. But that is one person that I look up to and that I will one day meet. When you look back at how far you've come, are you proud of yourself? Definitely, I am proud of how far I've come. In the future, I will explain to you guys how far back my life goes, the type of things I used to do or what I've been through. But I'm definitely proud of how far I've come. I've grown so much as a person, but it takes a while, and it's definitely not easy. But you learn a lot along the process, and I mean, I'm not who I am. I haven't reached my full potential. I still am going to reach my full potential, but So far, yes, I am 100% proud of the person I'm becoming and the person I am today. What do you do on your low energy days when you feel like doing nothing? Um, Number one, I just try and relax my brain. Maybe that's me watching an entertainment video, whether it's Netflix or YouTube. But to be honest, I haven't watched Netflix in a while. So yeah, but definitely watching some sort of entertainment, like watching Mr. Beast. I wouldn't recommend you to watch anything that has, you know, lifestyle in it, or some people showing off in these lifestyle videos. Just watch some entertainment videos just to kind of relax your brain, stop overthinking whatever it is that you're going through. But one thing that I will tell you to do is pray about it. That's definitely one thing that I always do. Pray to God about it, and yeah. Next question is, hi Kwando, how are you able to add music mainstream to your vlogs without getting copyrighted? I've been trying to figure it out for a minute and still can't. Thanks for the help, I appreciate it. Okay, so my videos do get copyrighted, but basically I'm not yet monetized on YouTube, but if I were to be monetized, then I wouldn't be getting um, ads on my videos if they have music on them. So basically I wouldn't be earning any AdSense, but YouTube still pays you for your video, your amount of views, but you basically don't get ads on your videos. But yes, my videos do get copyrighted. Next question, how has your relationship with your parents been, especially with you going into entrepreneurship? Um, I don't know, but with my mother, I think it definitely does stress her a little bit, and I think it's fair to say that with every child, your parents do stress about you in your future. But I think yeah, she probably does stress about this whole entrepreneurial thing, because honestly, I don't want to go to university, and I think that does kind of stress a little bit. But she just says to trust and believe in me. I know she does, but yeah, with my father, I don't really have a relationship with my father. So yeah, what's the first step you took in developing your website? So if you're talking about my current website, initially I just look for inspiration and what it is that I like, and then I just go about it. But I first, kind of do my research, what can work with me. Um, but yeah, I first do my research and then kind of play around with the layouts and all of that. It's not a lengthy process, but yeah, that's what I do. Next question is, what's your dream car? Oof. So I want to be completely honest here. I don't have one dream car. I have a few actually, but I can name a few. I am really a car enthusiast. I'm really, really, really into cars. But a car that I really like, or that's my dream car, a 911 GT3 RS. I know it's a common one. A lot of people, say that's their dream car. That's cool, but I have a lot of dream cars. Another one of my favorites currently is the Ferrari 812. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Competition, or yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna butcher the name, but yeah, those two are my faves right now. But my all-time dream car, I'm not. It's a muscle car, the one that Van Diesel drives in Fast and the Furious, the black one. That is my all-time favorite car. I want that kind of future. That is my dream car. The later stage where you actually building a car, that will be that specific car. But growing up, I would get these 911s, the Ferraris and Lambos and all of that. But that is my dream car. Can you afford to take a break from your work for 6 months? No. I'm not at the stage where I have people running my company or businesses. I am still in my grinding stages. whereby I need to build a future for myself. Right now, I cannot take a break for 6 months. 6 months is a lot. Even a week feels a lot. A week feels like a year, honestly. But no, I cannot take a break for 6 months because I'm at a point in my life where I'm really trying to push this, and I tell myself that I only have this year and next year, because next year is when I finish my check, and when I finish my check, that is when I want to move out of my mom's house, and yeah, just to be in an uncomfortable area. I hate being comfortable, so that is one of my main goals. But I cannot take a break off for 6 months. That is impossible. I can't. Maybe in the future, yes, but now, no. Why did you stop forex trading? So, for those of you that don't know, I used to do forex trading about last year in February, March, and then I stopped in February, March, April. Stopped in April, beginning of April. But I started forex trading. It's one of those things whereby you trying to be an entrepreneur, you touching everywhere, digital dropshipping, freelancing, Amazon FBA, you doing all of these things, and forex trading for me was one of those. I never had an end goal of doing it, for my entire life. It was just within that specific moment. I made quite a few, rants from it. I would lie to you guys, I never thought that you would make such money. It was honestly my first time, but I honestly did make a lot. But one of the main factors that made me stop was, I used to make money. I was trading with a friend, and it just hit a certain point whereby I completely stopped making money, and not by choice, but because every single time you enter a trade, I'll just lose. You deposit money in it, I lost the trade. Every single thing that I do, I'd lose a trade, no matter what I done, and it happened for weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, that's basically the main reason why I stopped, because I honestly just started losing money, and that is one thing I would recommend a person who's starting out, in business or anything, is that do something that doesn't need a lot of money, or where you risking your money. But that is why I stopped forex trading. Next question is, if you could keep only 3 apps on your phone, which would they be? That's a tough one. I feel like without my social platforms, not that I'm nothing, but that's where I'm building my personal brand. But I would have to go with my camera app, because without the camera app, then these videos aren't here. There wouldn't be none of these videos. Yeah, the camera app, because that's where I'm documenting everything. I need that app. Number 2 is, I'd say, CapCut to edit my videos. I basically use CapCut to edit my videos, and I feel like it's just easier to record some of your videos on your phone than just edit them in CapCut and just do the whole process on your phone, rather than recording the video on your phone, exporting it to your laptop, bringing it back again to your phone to upload. It just makes life easy. And then my final app would have to be Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, I don't really have explanation to why Instagram, but there's just a lot of opportunities on Instagram. I know you could have it on your desktop, but it just makes life easy on your phone. But the rest of the communication apps, I don't really talk to anyone on my phone, so yeah, I don't really see why I need to have communication apps besides my clients. But other than that, friends or anything, I don't talk to no one on my phone. So yeah. What's one skill every teen should learn in 2025? A lot of people are saying AI right now, but I actually, excuse me, believe that you should go into or learn sales. I feel like sales is the number one skill that you need, because in any type of business that you're doing, you need sales. Whether you're selling clothes, you're selling a phone, whatever it may be, whether it's digital products, you need selling skills. That's definitely one thing that I'd say a teen in 2025 should have, um, sales, because every single thing that you do in life involves sales. But another one is AI. Learn AI, because it is definitely going to play a huge factor in our future. So definitely learn AI. And a lot of people, when they say learn AI, they just think that, why should I learn AI? I know how to use ChatGPT. But you guys need to understand that there is so much that goes into prompting an AI or your message. You don't just say, okay, can you make me a script or a speech about something, and that's it. No, there is so much into prompting, and it's so complex into how AI can be your personal assistant. It can do all your work for you, and there's a specific way that it can do it, and you just need to be able to know how to properly prompt an AI. But other than that, learn AI, learn how AI works, learn how it's created, learn what you can do with AI. There's so many AI tools out there besides ChatGPT that help with a lot. So yeah, that is one thing that I would say. Are you dating anyone at the moment? Also, when was the first time you went through a breakup? No, I am not dating anyone at the moment. I am very intentional about not dating anyone right now. Um, just simply because I have an end goal to it. I want to date, to marry right now. That's where I'm at. I don't wanna date just for the sake of dating, wasting time. I know what I want. I know what I want from a girl, and it's honestly so hard to find a good girl, and a good girl can has so many has such a deep meaning behind it, in terms of what I want, in terms of like morals and stuff. But those are just that is the main reason, hence why I'm not dating. But I just want to date to marry, and not just for the sake of dating. And when was the last time? Oh, when was my heartbreak? I think. My first heartbreak was in 2023. Now I will say that was my first time ever experiencing love, in terms of like dating a girl and stuff. Um, so yeah, 2023 was the first time, and I think I started talking to this person. I'm not sure when, but I think we stopped talking in November or December. Um, we went to school with this person, but yeah, that was brutal, because it took me a while to get over her. Yes, as it took me. When I say a while, it took me a while to get over her. But you know, it taught me a lot. Definitely taught me a lot. Trying to prove yourself to her and all of those things. But honestly, I was young at the time. I think I was 15, or I think I was 15 or 16. But I was young at the time. Maybe whatever reasons that she has, I don't blame her. But I initially at the time I thought, nah, this is marriage. I was genuinely in love. But yeah, man, I wish her all the best. What exactly are you doing at World Orb Circle? Okay, so basically at World Orb Circle, it is a one-on-one coaching platform. But I did stop coaching people. I think it's been a month now, or yeah, it was in June. I used to coach people one-on-one, but the price that I was charging people, and the amount of hours and time it took from me, it just wasn't making sense at the end of the day. So that's kind of why I stopped it. I would bring it back but charge it at a way higher price, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, but initially in the beginning I did mention that it is going to be, you know, an event based, tied to a specific location. So let's say next month we're doing, it's almost like a business seminar. We have one in Cape Town, we have one in the US, we have one in Dubai, we have one in Ibiza. So it's going to be at different events whereby it's almost like a business seminar whereby there's entrepreneurs, like-minded people, where we network, you know, share information and all those good stuff, you know. But I'm planning to do that probably in the future, 2027. I don't know when. You know, at the end of the day, we plan, but God decides. So I'm not sure when, but probably 2027. But I am doing something similar soon in October. If you wanna know more about that, follow me on Instagram. That's where I will be updating, or you know, giving out information about that. But that is basically what I want to do, and I do have, you know, some big ideas for it. A lot of things that, you know, these communities or business seminars or some of these people in the entrepreneurial space aren't offering. I want to. It's going to be a fun thing, especially for people that. Okay, I don't want to give away too much information, but you guys will see. But yeah, if you want me to answer any more of your questions, be sure to comment down below and I will answer your questions when I do a future Q&A video. But without no further ado, make sure to like the video, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share the video, and yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.